Hi, my name is Trey Aldis, and this is my final project proposal for ENTC 641. The project I'm going to be working on is experimental analysis of factors affecting Wi-Fi network performance. So my problem statement is that the performance of networks can be highly variable, and it can significantly impact applications that are being conducted on the network, like, for example, like Zoom meetings or any work you could be doing on your computer, things like that. So my goal is going to be to identify which factors have the greatest impact on the performance of the network, and I'm going to be measuring that through throughput, latency, and signal strength. So my experimental design, I'm going to be doing a 2 to the k factorial design with 4 different factors, the different factors being the distance, the network congestion, the Wi-Fi band, and the whether or not the line of sight is obstructed between the router and the device. And then I'm going to be, like I said earlier, 3 output variables, throughput in bits per second, latency in milliseconds, and receive signal strength indicator in dBm. So an example of what my data is going to look like. So I have my indexes on the left with my different factors, all being -1 or 1, and then at the bottom you can see what those values symbolize. For example, for distance, -1 is a far distance, like 30 feet between the router and the device, and 1 is going to be close, about 5 feet. And then on the right, there's just some arbitrary values that could correspond with that index. And then further, for each output, I'm going to be setting up the values for each index and then running that many times to collect a lot of data to make sure I can get an accurate sample mean and standard deviation for each value for each index. And then my deliverables, I'm going to be using statistical inferences to determine which factors and interactions have the most significant impact on the network performance. And I also would like to develop regression analysis models to accurately predict each output based on the input factors.